We're finally here, Palermo, the capital of Sicily. It's one of the crossroads for so many Mediterranean civilizations, and everywhere you look, you're reminded of that. It's like a living museum.
Sotto il sole la musica va, un'altra estate che ci porterà. Senti il ritmo dentro di te, la notte è giovane, balla con me. Andiamo dove il cuore ci chiama, la nostra notte italiana, viviamo questa febbre che sale, un'emozione universale.
Let me tell you, everything you hear, see, and smell, this is an amazing place in Sicily. Every time I go to Sicily, I am sure to go to Palermo. It doesn't matter how many times I've been there. It's metropolitan, yes, but it has that charm of an old town, and it just feels so familiar. And I think, because food is my thing, I just really appreciate the impact of all these other civilizations. And you can get fast food, but not the way fast food is understood here in North America. It's delicious, homemade, and it uses simple ingredients from the region, like la cucina povera. That's the best part of Palermo. If you're a foodie, you gotta go. When you come to Palermo, it's really important to get a good tour guide. Well, we have the best. Her name is Jacqueline Alio. Not only is she a published author, but she is so well respected internationally for all her contributions, especially noting the role of women in Sicilian culture. We've met a few times now, and each time I meet you, I learn so much more about the rich culture of Sicily. So tell me a little bit about how you are here in Sicily.
Well, I've always had a connection with Sicily. My parents are from Sicily, and as a child would come here on summer vacation a few times over.
But
from
you're
California.
from where? California, yes.
From Los Angeles. But when we moved here in the late 80s, mid 80s, it was a shock for everybody because Sicily was still a little bit backwards. All of Italy was compared to the US, but Sicily was going through a bad moment with bad local administration, really tough bureaucracy to go through, red tape in all the public offices, and then the mafia too. Things have changed enormously since we've been back.
Some very significant things happened that, you're right, really turned Sicily around.
And I lived through them, especially late 80s, 1990s, when a number of judges were murdered by the mafia, and the people of Palermo who, up to that point, tried not to ever say the word mafia in public because they were afraid. They came out into the streets with their families with major protests, angry with the mafia, but also with the Italian government for having left us alone to fight against the mafia.
And so I also understood from your guided visit through Palermo something very wonderful about the Sicilian language and the autonomy of Sicily. Tell me about that.
So Sicilian is a language, in fact, divided up into something like 25 different varieties, not only in Sicily, but we also have a section of Calabria across the Straits of Messina where there's a Sicilian variety being spoken. It's a language. I'm part of a transnational organization called Accademia Siciliana, and we were able to get Sicilian acknowledged as a minority language in the European Union. And now the move this year, because we have a lot of politicians and the Sicilian parliament interested, is to get Sicilian to become the co-official language with Italian. And I dream of all the street signs in Sicily being written in Sicilian and Italian. It's a language. Sicily is the only former kingdom of Spain in which Spanish never became the official language, because we've always had Sicilian.
Wow, well that is certainly something to celebrate. And I just wanted to add that your depth of knowledge is written through your books. Many of them really capture the true essence of the resilience of the people, of the women leadership here, and of course my favorite topic, food. Thank you again, Jacqueline. Look out for this book and many others by Jacqueline Alio. Grazie di nuovo, and alla prossima.
Alla prossima.
Ciao.
Presto. Bye, everybody.
Ballaro Market is not for the shy and timid and easily overwhelmed. And if you are, I would work on that. And then that way you can fully experience all the benefits of this market. The vendors, they're shouting out what the special of the day is. And you have one vendor trying to persuade you to come to his or her stall, while the other one is saying, no, leave him alone, come to this one. That chaos is what adds this vibrancy to the experience, not to be missed. It's just so entirely different from bringing your grocery cart in a mundane grocery store. This is where you buy the freshest food. Can you sense how alive this market is? This is one of the largest open air markets. It's not just a market, it's really a window into everything Sicilian. Every vendor is passionate about what they're selling, and whether it's food or whether it's crafts or something, it just comes to life. And like, where do you choose to eat? There's so many different places here. And we're not just talking street food. Don't look at French fries here. That's not what they're selling. You could have calamari fritti. You could have lobster. I saw a man, he was cleaning squid. The squid were this big in an open air market. We finally settled on panella, if you've ever had that. It's made with dried chickpea flour, so light and delicate, but so delicious. And then of course, something a little heartier, you gotta have a porchetta sandwich here in Ballaro Market. So delicious, beautifully seasoned, not too garlicky, salty just enough, and that crusty bread. Oh my gosh, I could eat that every single day. Time for something sweet to eat. We asked around and everyone was pointing to one place. And where was it? Inside a monastery, the monastery of Santa Caterina. When we walked in, there were trays and trays of cannoli, marzipan, babo rum, every single treat that is iconic to Sicilian cuisine. And I have to say, they were delicious. Of course, you're eating it in the middle of a courtyard with these orange trees, added to the ambiance. Certainly well worth the visit. I'm gonna be honest with you, Sicily was never on my list of places to go to. I feel embarrassed to say that. But now that I've been once, I've actually been there 3 times. There's something about the people of Sicily. Their hearts are huge, generous, warm-hearted. Yeah, there might be, a little bit of boldness about them, but that is deeply rooted in their pride for their country, their culture, and their cuisine. No wonder Sicily has so many UNESCO heritage sites. Something to be very proud of. If I'm going to Italy, I'm going to Sicily.
La musica va, un'altra estate che ci porterà. Senti il ritmo dentro di te. La notte è giovane, balla con me. Andiamo dove il cuore ci chiama, la nostra notte italiana. Viviamo questa febbre che sale, un'emozione